Imagine that you have this box, and as you live your life, your box is filled up with all the things that you do the most. So the things you give your time to the most are the things that take up the most space in the box. And I wondered what things are filling up your box. All of us have an idea in our heads of what we think our lives should look like, and as Christ followers, we know that God's plans are best, but how often do we actually listen to Him? For me, it's more often that I make the plans that I think are best and then ask God to bless my plans. So the question is, how do we know God's plans? How do we know His will? And for that, I want us to look at Romans 12, 1 through 2. It says, "Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." You see, we can know God's will by offering our lives as a living sacrifice, by submitting our lives wholly to God, by renewing our minds and spending time in His Word, by seeking His face and abiding in His presence. God's will is good, pleasing, and perfect, and this coronavirus didn't catch Him by surprise. And in fact, He has plans and purposes for us in the midst of it. And going back to that box, I think we filled our boxes with our own plans, our own choices, the things that make us happy or maybe make us feel comfortable or safe. And we filled them up so much that there's really not any room left for God and what He wants for us. And this time, it kind of feels like that box has been taken and dumped out and emptied, and all the things have been scattered, but God is right there with us saying, let's start over. Let's change your priorities and let's fill the box with the things that really matter, with things of eternal value, with His plans. This is a different time. None of us had this in our plans, but what if we weren't just enduring this time? What if we weren't just trying to make it through? What if we as the church and as followers of Jesus actually use this time to be pruned and refined by our loving Father as we reprioritize and refocus on Him? What if we daily renewed our minds and submitted our lives to Him and His plans? What if on the other side of this, we don't come out just thankful to be back to normal, but we are brand new, totally changed, and ready for God to do something new? It's time to rise up, church.